Football has a way of looping back on itself. Stories that once seemed finished find new beginnings. For Real Madrid, a club built on greatness and unforgettable moments, the narrative has come full circle. Xabi Alonso, once the heartbeat of their midfield, is back in Madrid. He's no longer the player orchestrating play with a single pass. Now, he's the man trusted to shape the club's future from the sidelines. June 16, 2025. This isn't just a managerial hire, it's the return of a cherished figure. Excitement fills the Madrid air. There's nostalgia for the player he was and huge expectations for the coach he's become. Alonso stands as a link between a glorious history and an ambitious tomorrow. He knows the club's spirit inside out. His reputation is built on more than just his playing days. Alonso's rapid rise as a coach has turned heads across Europe. He brings a calm authority and sharp footballing mind. Respect follows him naturally. Alonso learned from the best and lifted the biggest trophies. Now he's channeling that winning mindset into a fresh approach to coaching. His achievements at Bayer Leverkusen were no accident. They showed his clear, modern and exciting vision for how football should be played. Madridistas see more than a tactician in him. They see a standard-bearer for the club's values, someone who can motivate the next generation to aim higher. The Santiago Bernabéu has seen countless unforgettable nights. Now it waits for a new kind of magic. This time, the spark will come from the dugout. The challenge ahead is huge. The pressure is relentless. Alonso follows legendary managers taking charge of a squad expected to win year after year. Yet there's a sense of calm and confidence about his arrival. It feels right. It feels meant to be. Alonso isn't just another coach. He's one of their own, a man who knows what it means to wear the white shirt and fight for the badge. His journey, from the Basque Country to the summit of European football, has led him to this point. Today marks more than a new chapter for Real Madrid. It's the start of a new era. This era promises not just wins, but a brand of football that's sharp, creative, and inspiring. The goal? To blend individual brilliance with collective strength, forging a true unit on the pitch. Xabi Alonso's return sends a clear message. The club is committed to a style rooted in control, flair, and relentless ambition. As Alonso steps onto the pitch, not as a player but as the leader, the football world holds its breath. The Maestro has returned. With him, Real Madrid looks to the future, energized, united, and ready to chase greatness once again. Xabi Alonso's journey to becoming a footballing icon began in the green hills of the Basque Country. He was born into the game, the son of a professional footballer, Perico Alonso. His early days at Real Sociedad showed the world a glimpse of what was to come. He was a deep-lying playmaker, a position he would come to define for a generation. With La Real, he was the heart of a team that sensationally challenged for the La Liga title, showcasing a maturity and vision far beyond his years. This was just the start. His talent was undeniable, and it wasn't long before one of Europe's most historic clubs came calling, taking him from San Sebastian to the storied port city of Liverpool. At Anfield, Alonso became a legend. He was the vital cog in Rafael Benitez's machine, the player who brought continental class to the engine room of a powerful team. His passing range was extraordinary, capable of switching play with effortless grace or launching a precise 60-yard ball to a forward's feet. It was here he won the most dramatic of UEFA Champions League finals in 2005, the Miracle of Istanbul, a night that etched his name into Liverpool folklore forever. He also lifted the FA Cup, his influence growing with every season. He was not just a player, he was the team's brain, the one who saw the game 3 steps ahead of everyone else on the pitch. In 2009, his path led him to the club he now manages, Real Madrid. Here, under the immense pressure of the Bernabéu, he became even more refined. He was the perfect balance in a team of superstars, the anchor that allowed creative geniuses like Cristiano Ronaldo, Mesut Ozil, and Angel Di Maria to flourish. He was a key part of Jose Mourinho's record-breaking La Liga winning side in 2011-12, a team that finally broke Barcelona's domestic dominance. His crowning achievement came in 2014, when he helped Real Madrid finally capture La Decima, their 10th European Cup, a trophy the club had obsessed over for more than a decade. His career concluded with a final, dominant chapter at Bayern Munich under Pep Guardiola. In Germany, he continued to showcase his enduring class, effortlessly adapting to a new league and a new style of football. He won 3 consecutive Bundesliga titles, adding more silverware to an already overflowing trophy cabinet. Throughout his career, which also included a World Cup and 2 European Championships with the Spanish national team, Alonso was the common denominator in successful, intelligent football teams. He was a serial winner, a leader, and a master of his craft, leaving an indelible mark at every club he graced. To understand Xabi Alonso the manager, one must first understand Xabi Alonso the player. His greatest asset was never his speed or his physical strength, it was his mind. He possessed a footballing brain of the highest order, an innate ability to read the game like a grandmaster reads a chessboard. He saw patterns and possibilities that others missed, anticipating plays before they happened. This intelligence allowed him to be in the right place at the right time, to intercept a pass, to break up an attack, or to initiate one with a single, perfectly weighted touch. His positioning was an art form in itself, a subtle dance that dictated the entire flow of the match from the base of the midfield. His leadership was not loud or demonstrative, but it was profoundly influential. He led by example with his composure, his professionalism, and his unwavering commitment to the team's strategy. Teammates looked to him for direction, for the calm assurance he exuded even in the most chaotic moments of a game. When Alonso had the ball, there was a collective sense of security. He was the team's reference point, the man who brought order to the beautiful madness of top-level football. At Real Madrid, surrounded by some of the biggest egos in the sport, his authority was never questioned because it was earned through sheer excellence and footballing wisdom. The influence he wielded at Real Madrid was immense. He was the on-field extension of his managers, whether it was the pragmatic Mourinho or the diplomatic Ancelotti. He was the one who translated their tactical instructions into action, ensuring the team maintained its shape and balance. His partnership with Sami Khedira provided the defensive shield and structural integrity that allowed the team's attacking talents to run riot. He was not just a passer, he was the team's metronome, setting the tempo of their play. A quick, incisive pass to speed up an attack or a calm, simple ball to retain possession and control the game's rhythm. He was the master of both. This on-pitch intelligence is the foundation upon which his coaching career is now built. He spent 2 decades studying the game from the best seat in the house. He saw firsthand what worked, what didn't, and why. He absorbed the details, the tactical nuances, and the man management skills of the world's most successful coaches. Every match was a lesson, every training session a seminar. His transition into management seems in hindsight not just a logical next step but an inevitability. He was always a coach on the field and now he brings that same brilliant footballing mind to the sideline. Xabi Alonso's transition from playing to coaching was as deliberate and intelligent as one of his signature passes. He did not rush into a high-profile job, choosing instead to build his foundation methodically. His coaching journey began where his playing career started to blossom in the youth system of Real Madrid. He took charge of an Infantil A under-14 team, a humble starting point that demonstrated his desire to learn the craft from the ground up. Here, away from the glare of the global media, he focused on the fundamentals of teaching, of communicating ideas to young players, and of honing his own philosophy. It was a period of quiet study and practical application. After his formative year in Madrid's academy, he returned to his roots at Real Sociedad, taking over their B team, known as Sanse. This was a significant step up, a role that required him to manage young professionals on the cusp of the first team, competing in the tough lower divisions of Spanish football. It was here that the first clear signs of his coaching prowess emerged. He guided the team with tactical sophistication, earning promotion to the Segunda Division in 2021, a remarkable achievement for a reserve side. His work at Sanse was praised for its style, its structure, and its ability to develop individual talent within a strong collective framework. His time with Real Sociedad B was crucial. It allowed him to experiment with his tactical ideas in a competitive environment, to make mistakes, and learn from them, without the crushing pressure of a top-flight job. He was shaping his identity as a coach, proving that his on-field intelligence could be effectively translated into a managerial role. He wasn't just relying on his name, he was putting in the hard work, studying opponents, and meticulously preparing his team for every match. The success he achieved there did not go unnoticed, and it was only a matter of time before a major European club would offer him his first big break. That opportunity came from Germany, a country where he had ended his playing career with such distinction. In October 2022, Bayer Leverkusen, then struggling near the bottom of the Bundesliga table, took a bold gamble and appointed him as their head coach. It was a risk for both sides. For Leverkusen, they were hiring a manager with no top-flight experience. For Alonso, he was diving into a relegation battle in one of Europe's toughest leagues. It was a move that would dramatically accelerate his rise, setting the stage for one of the most astonishing stories in modern football. The quiet apprenticeship was over. The Maestro was ready for the main stage. Xabi Alonso's coaching style is a fascinating blend of the great minds he played under, yet it is uniquely his own. He is not a disciple of one single ideology but a student of many, having absorbed the best elements from a trio of legendary managers. From Jose Mourinho, he learned the art of defensive organization, pragmatism, and creating a formidable competitive spirit. From Carlo Ancelotti, he saw the value of tactical flexibility and masterful man management, the ability to handle a dressing room full of superstars with a calm and respected authority. And from Pep Guardiola, he internalized the principles of positional play, relentless pressing, and the obsession with controlling the ball in the game. This synthesis of ideas has created a wonderfully balanced footballing philosophy. Alonso's teams are not defined by a rigid system, but by a set of core principles: control, intensity, and intelligence. They are comfortable dominating possession, building play patiently from the back with intricate passing triangles, much like a Guardiola side. However, they are equally adept at playing devastatingly quick vertical football on the counter-attack, a hallmark of Mourinho's most effective teams. This tactical flexibility makes his teams incredibly difficult to predict and prepare for. They can win in different ways, adapting their approach based on the opponent and the state of the game. At the heart of his system is a concept of structured fluidity. Players have clear roles and responsibilities within a defined shape, often a 3-4-2-1 or a variation thereof, which provides defensive solidity and control in the center of the park. But within this structure, players are given the freedom to interchange positions, to create overloads, and to express their individual creativity. He demands high-intensity pressing to win the ball back quickly, but it is an intelligent press, triggered at specific moments rather than a constant chaotic chase. This balance between disciplined organization and creative freedom is what makes his team so effective and so exciting to watch. Ultimately, the Alonso doctrine is about creating a collective intelligence on the pitch. He wants his players to understand the game as he does, to read situations and make the right decisions instinctively. His training sessions are famously detailed, designed to replicate game scenarios and instill tactical patterns until they become second nature. He is a teacher, constantly communicating with his players, explaining the why behind every drill and every tactical instruction. He is not just giving orders, he is building a team of thinkers, a squad that can solve problems together on the field, united by a shared footballing brain. When Xabi Alonso arrived at Bayer Leverkusen, the club was in crisis. They were second from bottom in the Bundesliga, a team devoid of confidence and direction. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous, a transformation that sent shockwaves through European football. In his first season, he not only steered them clear of relegation but guided them to a sixth-place finish and a spot in the UEFA Europa League. This was already a remarkable achievement, but it was merely the prelude to the masterpiece he would conduct in the 2023-2024 season, a campaign that will be remembered for generations. His methods were meticulous and immediate. He implemented his preferred 3-4-2-1 formation, a system that provided defensive stability while allowing his wingbacks, Jeremy Frimpong and Alex Grimaldo, to become two of the most potent attacking forces in Europe. He built the team around the calm authority of Granit Xhaka in midfield and the creative genius of Florian Wirtz in a more advanced role. Every player was given a clear role, and the team quickly developed a cohesive identity. His training sessions were intense, focused on tactical discipline and building the resilience needed to see out difficult games. The results were staggering. The 2023-2024 season was the stuff of legend. Bayer Leverkusen embarked on an unprecedented unbeaten run, storming to their first-ever Bundesliga title and shattering Bayern Munich's decade-long monopoly on German football. They did so with a style of football that was both beautiful and brutally effective. They were dominant in possession, relentless in their pressing, and showed incredible mental fortitude, scoring numerous late goals to preserve their unbeaten streak. They added the DFB Pokal to their historic league title, completing a domestic double and an entire domestic season without a single defeat. It was a feat many thought impossible in modern football. This historic success was the ultimate validation of Alonso's coaching philosophy. He had taken a group of talented but underperforming players and turned them into an invincible winning machine. He did it not by spending hundreds of millions, but through superior coaching, tactical innovation, and brilliant man management. He created a culture of belief and unity, where every player was committed to the collective goal. The Leverkusen miracle was not a lucky break, it was the product of a clear vision, expertly executed. It announced Xabi Alonso's arrival as one of the world's elite managers, and made his return to Real Madrid an almost certainty. The first days of Xabi Alonso's reign at Real Madrid have been defined by a clear sense of purpose and a deep respect for the institution. He understands that this is not just any club, it is a global symbol of excellence where the demands are absolute. His initial press conference was a masterclass in diplomacy and ambition. He spoke of honoring the club's history while driving it forward with a modern, dynamic style of play. He emphasized the concept of Madridismo, not as a vague slogan but as a commitment to hard work, humility, and an insatiable hunger for victory. His words resonated deeply with a fan base eager for a leader who truly understands the club's DNA. His immediate goals are twofold: to instill his tactical philosophy and to build a powerful sense of unity within the squad. This project has been bolstered by the club's work in the transfer market, with the marquee signing of Florian Wirtz from his former club, Bayer Leverkusen. The German prodigy is the perfect player to help implement Alonso's vision, a creative force who understands his system intimately. The arrival of a dynamic new right-back also signals the intent to replicate the attacking threat from the flanks that was so successful in his Leverkusen team. These signings are not just about adding talent, they are about acquiring specific pieces to fit his tactical puzzle. Alonso's philosophy for Real Madrid is an evolution of what he built in Germany, adapted for the unique context of the Bernabeu. He aims to create a team that can control games through intelligent possession, but also has the speed and ruthlessness to strike on the counterattack, leveraging the explosive talent of players like Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. He wants to forge a side that is tactically disciplined, but also allows its constellation of stars the freedom to produce moments of individual magic. It's a delicate balancing act, creating a cohesive team structure without stifling the very brilliance that makes Real Madrid so special. The early signs are that he is laying the groundwork for a team-centered approach. He has stressed that no player is bigger than the club, and that success will only come through collective effort. This is a crucial message in a dressing room filled with global superstars. He is not here to manage egos, but to channel their immense talent towards a common objective. His vision is to build a modern dynasty, a team that can dominate for years to come, playing a brand of football that is both successful and worthy of the legendary white shirt. The new era of Madridismo under Alonso's guidance has officially begun. Beyond the tactical diagrams and strategic plans, Xabi Alonso's early impact at Real Madrid has been felt on a human level. His approach to player management is built on communication and mutual respect. He has made it a priority to hold one-on-one meetings with every member of the squad, from established global superstars like Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham, to the promising young talents emerging from La Fabrica, the club's famed academy. He understands that a team is not just a collection of athletes, but a group of individuals who need to feel valued and understood. His calm, approachable demeanor has already begun to foster a positive and collaborative atmosphere at the Valdebebas training ground. His relationship with the team's biggest stars is one of a peer who has earned his place. Having played at their level, having won the same trophies they aspire to, he commands an immediate and authentic respect. He can speak to them not just as a coach, but as someone who understands the pressures and challenges of performing at the highest level for Real Madrid. He knows how to manage the delicate balance of providing tactical instruction while respecting the genius of world-class players. His focus is on providing them with a framework in which their talents can shine brightest, creating a system that enhances their abilities rather than restricting them. At the same time, Alonso has shown a special interest in the club's young talents. He sees them as the future of Real Madrid, and is committed to creating a clear pathway from the academy to the first team. He regularly observes youth team training sessions and has already promoted several promising youngsters to train with the senior squad. He remembers his own beginnings at Real Sociedad and understands the importance of giving young players opportunities. His message to them is simple: if you are good enough and work hard enough, you will get your chance. This approach has generated a new wave of motivation and hope throughout the academy. This human touch is perhaps his most underrated quality. In an era of football often dominated by data and analytics, Alonso has not forgotten the importance of connection. He is building relationships based on trust and a shared passion for the game. He is creating an environment where players feel empowered to speak their minds, to ask questions, and to contribute to the team's tactical evolution. By connecting with both the established veterans and the rising stars, he is weaving the fabric of a truly united squad, one where every player, regardless of their status, feels like an essential part of the project's future success. Taking the helm at Real Madrid is the most demanding job in club football. The challenge facing Xabi Alonso is monumental, a unique blend of immense pressure and sky-high expectations. At this club, winning is not enough, one must win with style. Every match is scrutinized, every decision debated by a global army of fans and a relentless media. He inherits a team of champions, a squad already laden with talent, which means there is no grace period. He is expected to compete for every single trophy from his very first season. This is the reality of the Bernabeu, a cauldron of pressure that has consumed many experienced managers before him. A significant challenge will be to forge a cohesive team spirit in a dressing room filled with some of the world's biggest footballing names. Integrating superstars like Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Bellingham into a collective, team-first system requires exceptional man management skills. Alonso must ensure that individual brilliance serves the team, not the other way around. His past as a respected senior player in that very dressing room gives him a unique advantage, but the task of molding these talents into a harmonious and hard-working unit remains a complex one. His success will depend on his ability to convince every player to buy into his vision of shared sacrifice and collective glory. Despite these challenges, the feeling around the club is one of overwhelming excitement and boundless ambition. Alonso represents the future. He brings a modern, sophisticated, and tactically flexible approach that promises to evolve Real Madrid's style of play. Fans are not just hoping for victories, they are anticipating a new golden era, a dynasty built on the foundations of intelligent football. His ambition matches that of the club to dominate in Spain and in Europe, to build a team that will be remembered for its elegance and its effectiveness, and to add many more chapters to Real Madrid's unparalleled history. His vision extends beyond the pitch. He aims to reconnect the team with the core values of Madridismo, to inspire a new generation of fans, and to build a legacy that lasts. The journey will be long and arduous, filled with obstacles and intense scrutiny, but in Xabi Alonso, Real Madrid believe they have found the perfect leader for this new era. He is a man of class, intelligence, and a deep-rooted love for the club. As the 2025 to 2026 season dawns, the football world watches with anticipation. The Maestro has returned to his grandest stage, ready to conduct his most important symphony yet. The hope is palpable, the ambition limitless.